What's up, guys? Rob here with Front Row Live Entertainment. I'm hanging out here at Golden State CrossFit Gym with none other than Nick Lachey. How you doing, man? And tell me about tonight's event, the toy drive, and why are you involved in such an event like this?
Well, I mean, obviously, in the middle of the holiday season, it's such a great feeling to be able to give back. All year round, a great feeling to be able to give back. And we're here with Miracles for Kids. They do such great work giving back to low-income families who are dealing with cancer in their family. It's such a hard thing to go through, especially when you feel like you're out on your own. And they do a great job of supporting the family and trying to help the family through such a very difficult time in their life. So, just blessed and honored to be here and be a part of this. And big shout out to Golden State CrossFit for supporting this thing tonight. And it's just a great time. Everyone's having a great time hanging out and enjoying the holiday spirit and sharing it with each other.
Of course, and for you, you're pretty much a new father as well. So I'm sure anything with kids now, goes even higher for you on the to-do list.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I've always loved kids. I've always had a real soft spot for kids and tried to give back wherever I could through my foundation and whatnot. But once you have a kid, it changes things completely. I mean, it really does put things in a very unique perspective. So, there's a whole new, as I said, perspective on what the holidays mean and what kids mean, and again, why the work that Miracles, for kids, what they do is so important, because it really is something that when you feel like you're out on your own and you're dealing with so much stress and drama in your life, to know that somebody cares and somebody's there for your family, it means a whole heck of a lot.
Definitely. And how else can you get involved with these kind of events?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's a hypersensitive thing around the holidays. Everyone's kind of focused on it. There's a toy drive is clearly an easy way to get involved. You bring a toy, and that goes to somebody who clearly can use it and someone in need. But, this is something that happens all year round. Cancer doesn't happen just in the Christmas season.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, it's a year-round thing. So, there's families in need all year round. Again, why Miracles for Kids does such a great job of being focused on their needs and really trying to attend to their needs. But there's always ways you get involved in volunteering and fundraising and just support. It's about looking out for each other. Again, we do that very well over the holidays, but we need to remember to do that all year round. Yeah. Exactly right.
Exactly. Now, since we are in the holiday season, what has been one of your favorite holiday gifts from when you were a child? Can you remember? Can we go that far back? Now that you're 40 now, right?
I am. I just turned 40. Thank you for putting that out there. No, I think one of my first and earliest gifts that I can remember was, it may have been the first ever remote control car. I mean, I see remote control cars now and everything that they're doing, and they make the remote control car I had in 1982 look like a joke.
The original, right?
I mean, it was like the Radio Shack special, but when I got it, I thought it was the coolest thing that ever lived, So I think, to me, in that moment, it was the first ever remote control car I ever had. Batteries lasted about 20 minutes. It was great.
Now you got batteries lasting a couple days, right?
Exactly. I think we've evolved a lot since then, thankfully.
Definitely. Now let's talk about your busy schedule. You're back on the Sing Off.
Yeah.
Another season. Why do you keep coming back, and why is this show important to you?
Well, acapella music has meant a lot to me. It's really the reason that my group got signed to Motown. We sang a lot acapella, and so for me to be a part of a show that gives back to acapella and kind of gives a profile to acapella is pretty cool. So I mean that's why personally for me, the Sing Off is such a great show. Acapella music is really it's to me it's the truest test of talent. You know what I mean? No band, no background vocals. It's just your group out there with no safety net. So it's a really cool show, a very special show for me, and a great honor for me to be a part of that and host that.
Now you're hosting it, but why can't we see you judging it?
I hate judging. I'm so thankful I'm not a judge, because honestly, all these groups are so good. For me to have to try and pick between the two would drive me absolutely crazy. So I very much enjoy my role of being, the host and impartial. I love all the groups. I support all the groups. That's just the way I want it.
Now, how do you feel the judges are doing so far? Especially Jewel, she's a new one.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. All the judges, I mean, Ben and Sean have been with us from season one, but Jewel has stepped right in and she's doing a great job. All the judges are great. They're all so accomplished in their own right. They've all come from very, very storied backgrounds. They bring a lot of expertise to the table. So when they speak, the groups really do listen to what they have to say. I mean, they really do respect what they have to say because they know what they're talking about. So for me, I think our judges are the best in the business. I wouldn't trade them for anybody. I think they do a great job.
Very cool. And then also, speaking of Sean, this summer you went on tour with him.
Yeah.
So how was that for you? And it's a new age now with touring. The technology wasn't there before, especially Twitter and being able to reach out to your fans daily. How is tour life now?
It's it's changed a lot since, the last time my group toured was in 2001.
Yeah.
So, things have changed so much from then to, 2013 that, it was great. First of all, it's great just to be on the stage with the guys and doing what we love to do, which is perform together, but to share the stage with New Kids on the Block and Boys to Men, who, for us were really our idols. To share that stage with them was kind of surreal. I wouldn't trade this summer's touring experience for anything. It was truly a dream come true, and just great to get back out there and do what we love to do.
Now, do you guys still have what it takes to be on tour?
You'd have to ask our fans, but we felt like we did,
Yeah, you guys can handle tour year long again?
Even at 40, we pulled it off. Although it did, there were a few more sore backs and sore hamstrings, and we're a little older now, so we had to take a little better care of ourselves. But no, we had a great time, and the fans seemed to love it, and it was just a win-win across the board.
Now, can we expect some more touring, and can we expect some more music with 98 Degrees?
I hope so, man. We kind of, we got back together, and we wanted to, we wanted to have this great experience this summer, but we've left the door wide open on coming back together and doing some more music, doing some more touring. So I think you can expect to see us back out there doing it again. Okay,
and I'm curious your thoughts on this new boy band from today, One Direction. I'm sure you might know who they are.
I have heard of this group, One Direction. Apparently, they're doing very well. I think it's great. It's a cyclical thing, teenage girls have loved boy bands since the Beatles, since probably before the Beatles. So, so you just see a different, incarnation of that happening over and over again. And right now, you're seeing it with One Direction and The Wanted, and look, they're doing a great job. The girls love it. That's what it's all about. I happily pass the baton. On behalf of us and Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, I will pass the baton to the new generation of boy band. It's theirs to take and run with.
Now, would you guys go on tour with them? Do a full run?
I don't know if we do a full run with them. I think that's it's a different demographic. You'd have 14-year-olds and you have 44-year-olds. I don't know if that's a good audience draw. But no, look, they don't need our help. I just saw they're doing 2 shows at the Rose Bowl this summer, so I think they're doing just fine.
Ridiculous. So, what are your plans for the holidays? How are you going to spend it with your family this year?
Exactly that. Just spend it with the family. We go back to Ohio every year, where I'm from, Cincinnati, and spend it with my parents and my niece and nephew and brother and sister-in-law. And it's really just about being around family and sharing all the holiday experiences together. That's what it's about for us. Okay,
and we are here at a gym, and you've always seemed to be in shape. So, what's your favorite workout?
You know what? I've started to get into CrossFit. As you get older, it's good to mix it up. I was just one of those guys that kept doing the same stuff over and over again. Run on the treadmill, do the powerlifting stuff, and now it's good to kind of mix in some other stuff. You find your body, as it gets older, it starts to get run down by the same old exercises. So, big fan of the CrossFit workout.
Very cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. And is it possible? I've never done this before. I'm a little nervous. And since you are in a show called The Sing Off, can we possibly do a little sing-off right here to close the interview?
Oh, are you going to sing off?
I'll try.
All right,
I'll try my best. I'm nervous, man. I might forget the lyrics. I don't know. So I'll start it, and then you finish it.
All right.
All right? I think you might know this song.
I hope I do.
I hope so, too.
Really embarrassed.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. All I am, all I'll be, everything in this world, all that I'll ever need is in your eyes, shining at me. When you smile, I can feel all the passions unfold. There you
go. What are the words? Oh, no. Your hairbrush is mine, and 1,000 sensations seduce me, 'cause I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice. I don't know. I think you won. I forgot the words.
I got nervous. I
forgot the words.
I was like, man, I'm singing his song right next to him. I feel like I'm on a competition.
But I forgot the words to my own song, so I think I'm automatically disqualified.
I don't know.
I crown you the champion.
All right, we'll see what the fans have to say about that. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing more music from you guys.
Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.